We're the voices of experiencers, and we are the experiencers of extraterrestrials. Just what's out there in the abyss, in the darkness of the unknown. It's time for disclosure and it's time for truth, because what lies in the darkness brings powerful transformation. We're the bridge between two different worlds, with one foot in this reality and one in the next. The shift is here, along with profound integration. Just who are extraterrestrials and what are their plans? It's time to find out with the Voices of Contact.
We are the voices of experiencers because we are the experiencers. It's time for disclosure and it's time for truth, because truth brings powerful transformation. We are the voices of change. We are about evolution on an expansive level, living life without fear and becoming the bridge between two different realities. Profound evolution is here. Profound integration is here. This is the Voices of Contact. Hi, everyone. I'm Mary. I'm a channeler and psychic medium. I'm also a hypnosis regressionist for ET experiencers, and I work with MUFON doing regression work. I also work with PTSD experiencers, paranormal experiencers, and victims of crime to assist them in recall. I'm really looking forward to another amazing show tonight with our panel. I just want to say to you guys that the work that you're doing here with me is so impactful, like literally it's life-changing. And I thank you for being a part of it and being here with me. It means more than you realize to me as well as the listeners. So allow me to introduce some of my most favorite people. First, we have Deb and RJ DeRoos. They're authors, paranormal UFO researchers, and they're experiencers themselves. And they also are the founders of the Michigan UFO Contact that happens every year in Houghton Lake, Michigan at the end of September. They're owners and managers of Mystical Awakenings Radio, Mystical Awakenings Vodcast on the YouTube channel, and at the Mystical Awakenings Metaphysical Store in Houghton Lake, Michigan. Last but definitely not least, we have our amazing new panelist, Deborah Jordan Cobble. She was the central figure in Bud Hopkins' international bestseller, Intruders, The Incredible Visitations at Copley Woods, which was actually made into a CBS miniseries in 1992. She's co-author of the book Abducted, The Story of the Intruders Continues, and author of Extraordinary Contact, Life Beyond Intruders. She's a former Indiana MUFON investigator and co-founder of her own paranormal group, Paranormal Underground, and host of the Midwest Paratalk podcast. With the amazing panel that we have tonight, I know that anything is possible. And we're going to get down deep into discovery and answers to what's actually really happening out there. This show is all about transmutating the light from the dark and replacing fear with knowledge. Through my regression work, I have come across amazing cases with some amazing clients. It is my passion to work with them and to help them have a better understanding of the contact they've had. Whether they were taken, have had contact in the physical realm, or through a dream state. I'm grateful that my clients have agreed to allow me to use their regressions on the Voices of Contact. Tonight, this is the place to be because the panel breaks down the experiences, providing powerful feedback. I love it because all the listeners get to learn and connect, and the person that I regressed walks away even more immersed in the experience with a new perspective on their contact. Literally, it's a win-win, right? This is the Voices of Contact. Hi, everyone. How are you guys tonight?
Good.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Deb. Hi, Dana.
You guys have a good week?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Good
Good to see all your lovely faces.
Yes.
Ditto. Always
Man,
happy
that
to
went
be
by
back.
quick that week, I'll tell you.
They always do. They
I know.
always do. So tonight's show is really interesting. So I regressed a woman who wanted to explore, like it was a part of it. There's two parts of the regression that I'm going to play. And the first part of the regression is she wanted to explore a reoccurring dream that she's had where all of a sudden she's sitting in the middle of a classroom. There's lots of other people, but it's a military style classroom and the teacher is military. So a little bit of background. She is in her mid 80s now. Okay. And this experience was when she was a teenage girl, just to provide a little bit of information. So with this first clip that I'm going to play, she finds herself in this classroom, and the military teacher gives them an important message and gives a specific date to go along with the message. So give me one moment.
Go back. Now I want you to go back in time to a memory and experience that we're going to explore. And I want you to go back to the time where you were having a dream and it had felt like you had been dropped down into your bed. And in this dream, you found yourself sitting in a mammoth room with tables and chairs and other people sitting in it. And at the front was a very long desk. And there was a military person that was sitting at that desk talking about hyperbolic math. This was in 1966. Look around and tell me what you see.
First of all, I want to call it an auditorium, but there aren't bleachers. It's like, it's mostly empty space, but except where I'm sitting along with other, what I call students, but they're men and women. And up front is a military man. And he has on a military uniform with lots of different paraphernalia all over the front. He's got a hat on, and the hat is tipped to one side. And he is looking at us so intensely, just each one of us. And he says, hyperbolic math, 1966. Remember this.
First of all, what does hyperbolic math mean? Because I have no clue.
I have no idea.
Math that I don't get along. Do I need to get the Googles out?
I was going to ask.
Google out. Get a Google.
Because that's
Hyperbolic
what I was thinking too.
hyperbolic chamber is where they put you if you're burned or whatever.
Yeah.
So a hyperbolic pad,
Math.
Matt,
Math.
with a
Math.
P?
No, numbers.
No, math. M-A-T-H.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, hammer math. Yep.
I do see something on the Wikipedias.
And what does it say?
It says, in mathematics, hyperbolic functions are analogs of the ordinary trigonometric functions, but defined using hyperbola rather than the circle. Okay, never
It's
mind.
so much clearer to me now.
Now it's just more words that I don't understand.
Well, it has something to do with geometry for sure, and sacred maybe the shapes and frequencies. Here we go, frequencies again. But yeah, because that's that one experiment with that machine. You play a frequency, and it gets solved on a flat plate, and it forms a certain geometric figure when you play a certain frequency. So. Now, Mary, can I ask you, do you know if this lady is gifted and psychic?
I don't know if she's gifted in psychic. I know she is a lifelong experiencer who is very, very involved with helping people come to grips with their own experiences with being taken. What I was wondering is if there's a connection to that math in 1966.
Right. Yeah.
If we can find some, history, if there is a connection with that specific date.
Yeah.
Google girl.
Got the Googles out.
That's kind of mind-blowing. And I can't imagine. I mean, she's been dealing with this for many years, like 50 years or something, just trying to.
Well, the reason I asked about
Figure it
that
out.
psychic thing is because, some of the, what'd you find out?
Hyperbolic geometry, which is math, right?
Yeah.
In 1966, David Gans proposed a flattened hyperboloid model in the Journal of American Mathematical Monthly. It's an orthographic projection of the hyperboloid, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 1966 is when this dude did that.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can't read the other words because
She's like, yep, 1966.
1966.
That's the rest of that paragraph.
That's the dude's name.
So if someone could explain what hyperbolic math is, maybe it would make more sense to us.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, I mean,
But the fact that 1966 is actually attached to something in the hyperbolic math world, because we didn't even know that existed till just now. I didn't. There's something with flat maps. Is it flat maps?
I have a feeling it has something to do with dimensions.
They're showing me like,
yeah, from what I'm looking, it's because I'm seeing
charts.
Yeah.
Charting stuff.
Yeah. So it's very high tech stuff that they probably learned from. You know, I was getting that because she was in the kind of a setting that she might have been involved in what they call the secret space program, because people, you know, I don't know if it was going on back in '66, but maybe.
There was a lot going on back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if it's connected to geometry, I mean, that kind of makes sense as far
Sure
as
does.
Multi-dimensional and, you know, geometry, like RJ was saying, different shapes with different vibrations, things like that. I know for myself, when I saw in 2016, when I had my one experience, the bottom of the craft that was a pyramid, the bottom had like geometrical shapes on it. And I thought, why? I mean, I couldn't make out, it was like a pattern. Could I draw it? Probably not. But I'm thinking there has to be a reason for that.
Well, crop circles, same thing. Crop circles have weird, some of them with the different spokes and the different shapes. And when did the first crop circles start cropping up? What I did there? When did those start popping up around the world? Was it the 60s?
I think that it was.
Could be something else.
Early 70s, late 60s, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can see where she would want to delve into this, and I'm very eager to hear more of her regression.
First, I need to know what hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic is an adjective of or relating to or marked by language that exaggerates or overstates the truth. Also in geometry, relating to or being a curve that is formed by the intersection of a double right circular cone with a plane that cuts both halves of the cone. Relating to or being analogous to a hyperbola or being a space in which more than one line parallel to a given line passes through a point.
Yeah, so
that's the definitions for hyperbolic. That's why I was looking at it. I was trying to find it when you said that.
But I agree with you, Bev. It's kind of dimensional stuff.
It seems to have something to do with space and time and physics of some kind. And it mentions the algebra and geometry and all the other things that don't like my brain. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we probably got some really super smart people out here watch our show that would maybe be able to, you know, fill us in.
Yeah.
Because old lady in the Googles ain't getting that far. But it is interesting that it has to do with math and space and time and shapes, and 1966 is an important.
And an over exaggeration to get a point across.
Yeah.
Even though that's a different definition of it.
Yeah, but still fits.
I know I will be hyper focusing on this tonight afterwards. I'll be on my computer looking all this stuff up. Trying to make it make sense.
I was 11 years old.
See what you find.
In 1966, I was
11.
I wasn't born yet.
I was 7.
Well, they weren't teaching that elementary.
Yeah, they
And
weren't
junior,
teaching.
junior high.
They weren't teaching that in the womb. In kindergarten, I should say. I was in kindergarten in '66.
But Star Trek was out.
Yep.
So for this next one, I have her actually walk up to the military man to ask him why she's there.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear
Oh,
what this
yeah.
military man is.
Right.
We're going to walk up to the military man, and you're going to ask him, why is this so important?
I'm afraid to go up there.
Well, you're just an observer. You're not going to experience it, and you're completely safe and protected. And it's safe to go up there and talk to him, because he'll answer your question. Go up there and talk to him and ask him why it's so important to know.
You will know when the time is right for you to remember this.
Ask him why you're there.
To learn.
To learn about what?
Doesn't sound silly.
It won't sound silly, I promise.
Life.
How
Not just on this planet.
Ask him if this kind of math is going to help with other planets.
Yes.
How?
To grow.
Grow what?
In knowing about other planets and other people.
And how will it help us to know about other planets and other people?
To love
and connect.
Exactly.
Yeah, just another source of the same message. It just keeps coming. The hints just keep on coming.
So did you guys notice too? It was almost like she had different voices.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I did.
As soon as he answered her voice completely, utterly changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
lightened up.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. At first, I'm not going up there. I'm not. There's no way. But then, when you said it was okay,
But then when she said, I think it was to learn about life, it was almost like that voice wasn't hers.
Mm-hmm.
So I wondered if it were ET stepping in, but you weren't in her subconscious yet at that point, were you?
This is just the experience itself. So this was something answering for her. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that wasn't her.
No.
Okay. Now we really need to know about this stuff.
Well, yeah, because she's talking about the math is going to be used to learn about other planets and the people on those planets.
Right.
Yep.
And
that makes sense.
And she would know when it was time to remember this. So when was her regression? Was it this year?
Yes. Yep.
So now is the time to remember this.
Yep.
So it's probably kind of important information.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
It's better and better.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And you said she's in her 80s.
She is.
She doesn't sound like she's in her 80s.
No. She is in her 80s. And, it's one of those cases where she spent so many years having experiences, and now she doesn't really have that many anymore. And so she feels like she's missing a piece of her family. So she really wanted to regress and get some answers and try and reconnect.
So now is the time for her to not have that contact with them, but to have to get this information out.
Yep.
Now is her time to remember.
Yep.
And to hear it. Ooh, I want to talk to her.
She's a good lady.
I bet she has some great stories.
Yeah, she does. When she came over for her regression, she had books upon books upon books of different drawings and experiences that she had. She documented everything.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting lady.
That's impressive.
Yep.
Very serious about her experiences. And so, for this next one, it talks about what her purpose is, and that it's about teaching others, especially about working with ET, and why she's here learning all this information.
You will be a teacher one day, and you will teach and help other people.
And that's why you're sitting in this class? And he's right. That's exactly what you've done with people, isn't it?
Why am I so scared?
You're going to let go of that fear. And we'll work on that. Because you're going to realize that there's nothing to be fearful of. That you work with ET to share a purpose to connect the worlds. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing, is being open and connecting with ET species to build a higher vibration. And that's the purpose you've fulfilled. You listen to your teacher. What else is he telling you? Before we go, does he have any parting messages for you?
He stands up by the desk and he says, "You will learn."
I was really hoping, well, first of all, my heart is just, I want to hold this little scared little girl and let her know everything will be okay. Bless her for doing what she's done. But I was kind of hoping she would explain who this man is, because I get the feeling he's really not a military man.
The way she explained it was that he was their teacher. And he was there to teach them the math so that they could learn about the other planets. And at some point, they were going to be able to take this information and share it with other people and spread the message.
Mm-hmm. Was he human? Do we know?
The way she described it in the other parts of the regression, he appeared human to me, or he seemed human to me. It was more of it felt more like a military school type program. Is what it felt like to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but she did seem a little uneasy with him.
She was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in this part of the regression, you got to remember she was a teenage girl.
Okay.
So for her that was probably really intimidating. But I think being able to go back and explore it helped her release that fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because learning that, realizing that she was learning something for the future to help other people gave some insight than just having this, weird memory of sitting in a room with a really intimidating guy.
Well, and being a teenager, the information coming out was probably, like I said, a little intense because it was giving a message that's, most teenagers don't deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, she was remembering these instances as dreams.
This one particular part of the experience, this was a dream. It was a reoccurring dream that she continuously had. And quite often when you're having those reoccurring dreams, they mean something. And they do, often we have experiences that were actually, we think are dreams, but weren't. And this is something that she just kept on remembering, and she just wanted some answers for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then she has moved on to help, as you said earlier, help many others who are experiencers.
Yes. Yep. She had dedicated her life to helping experiencers.
Bless her.
And finding, and I think that's why she had so much documentation. You know, it was to keep track of her experiences, and so she could help other people.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay. So we don't know, is there a certain race, a certain planet? We don't know any of that, right?
Now, I do know that, and I did cut the, moving forward in the clips, with the next one, she has an experience with a greenish color type extraterrestrial. And after she's on the craft, I do ask her where these ET beings are from, and she told me Uranus. So she does say where they're from, and I played this part, the second part is regression, along with these first three clips, mainly because I think there's a connection to her experience as a teenager and what she was evolving into with her other experiences. And so for this next clip, this is where she finds herself on a craft with, the first one she sees is, you know, a greenish color, but there's also tons of other people, again, just like the classroom, that are on this craft with her. So give me one moment.
One day.
So let's drift and float away from that scene. And we're drifting and we're floating away from the scene. And you're going to come to the green colored being that has lemon colored skin. And what's happening around you?
Oh, yeah. Looks like a big giant bug, but he's walking upright.
Can you describe what the top of his head looks like to me?
Rounded, smooth, very narrow, and I don't see any kind of hair or bug hair. It's just completely smooth.
And what does he have on top of his head?
Nothing.
Can you describe his eyes for me?
They're big, but they're like big in the sense that if you looked at a bug and you look at his eyes, they have that kind of little bit of slantiness, but not truly slanted and not truly round.
And what about his body? What does his body look like?
Scaly. And he walks very, very, very straight and upright. And he's very insensitive. He like, I don't know the words. Not caring. Like,
So he lacks emotion.
yeah.
And what is he doing there?
He's kind of like the concierge to a hotel. He is just pointing the way to the different rooms that we're going to go to.
Okay, and where are you?
I feel like this is a puzzle, and I'm trying to fit the pieces together.
Oh, let's look around for a minute. Take a step back. Look around your surroundings and describe what you see for me.
Well, I'm in a ship, and it's round, and these people behind me, and in women. It's like we're a number, you know?
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting. So, of course, I see a mantis being, which, in my experience, they are very matter of fact and businesslike, to the point. So, do they have emotions? I don't think so. You can hope it. Yeah. He does a lot of doodling, and as soon as she started talking, he was drawing. But I was real curious as to what type of beings were working with this math and all of this. So to me, that makes sense that it would be them, because we do have different types. And who is it that for me or us, we know more and more people recently, like in the last 3 or 4 years, that have had experiences with the mantis being, where it used to be they weren't all that, people didn't remember having experiences with them.
I wouldn't want to remember having an experience with them.
And
you
it
liked
sounds
them because you felt they were very zen or something, or you felt zen.
When I first saw them, they won't come super close because they know they don't look very pretty, but
they know you don't think they look pretty.
Right. They know that it could be
We
scary
might not look
for
prettier
us.
than them.
And I thought in my brain, I should be really afraid of them. This is not, let's face it, they don't look like a Palladian. They don't look like us. They look pretty scary. But in the context that I've had with them, for some reason, I always feel very comfortable and safe when they're around. And then I started to notice that if I don't see them for a while, I miss them. Does that sound insane? Probably. But it does make sense to me that they have been working with her. So.
Probably for a very long time.
Right. Yeah.
I have a feeling if I am dealing with them, I think the mantis and I have an issue because I don't trust them.
No.
Every time you guys talk about them, I'm like, I feel so calm and stuff. Well, of course you feel calm. They want you to feel calm. They're mind people or things.
Yeah, they are mind people for sure.
I don't know what it is, but it's just me being paranoid, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because in my life, and my older sister and I are the two main kids besides my mom that had experiences. My older sister's had hers experiences have been with the mantis, and I have never, to my conscious knowledge, had any experience with that kind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird to me that here we have two different, one family, two different individuals with two different life, with two different species got their fingers in our pot. You know what I mean? Which is kind of weird, I think, but no, it is what it is.
Right. But when, in my feelings, if they are working with us toward the betterment, and it sounds like that's exactly what they've been doing with her, to learn about life, to learn about love, all of that, they are the ones that are for the higher good of the whole. And I know some are not. Not all beings are love and light and let's get together.
I don't think not all beings of the same species are love and light. There's probably some people there's some species, like there's part of them, they're like, oh, those humans are a waste of time. And then there's other ones, no, they're worth saving. There's some good in them,
Yeah.
just like I look at people and I think, well, you're just a waste of air. What are you even here for? But then there's other people, you know what I mean? So I think that
Right.
within species, there may even be
Mhm.
So there could
differing
be a roving
factions
gang of mantis that I've run into that maybe were
that were the
best
a-holes.
example.
Just like
So I
some
have a
people.
prejudice there because of my experience. I don't know.
Some people feel about spiders, they want to just step on them right away, and some people like me, I try to catch them and take them outside.
Yeah,
So.
right. Same here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think
Dana,
that would explain it.
Maybe you just come from a different species of alien that wars with mantis. So on a soul level, you just don't like them.
It's a trust thing. It's not, I don't even think it's like, oh, you're scary, you look like a mantis. That would be part of something, I'm sure. But it's like this deep gut thing with it. Like, I don't, they're not very emotive. They can make you feel that way. That just seems, I don't know.
Just let it go,
doing
man.
it on
Just
a
let it
human
go.
level, though.
Just let it go. They're coming, man. They're coming. That's all it is.
Well, they can come to your house. I'll take some other brand.
Well, I mean, in their defense, they are working with her who,
And they
she
can
has
work
worked
with her.
people.
I prefer grays or some such. Thanks. Stop it.
I'll send my guys over to fetch you, Dana, and we'll hang out.
Okay. I'm all right with that. I'm sure it's just because.
No,
and so I'm reacting to the view of this, but I'm also extremely skeptical and about intentions on things. Yeah. And
there is information out there that there are some good ones and bad ones. That yeah. So.
A roving gang of mantis. Did I really say that? I really said that, didn't I?
You really said that.
But I'd rather run into a different bunch. Now, if I do this regression and I'm surrounded by mantis, I'm coming for all of you.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I mean,
well, then
I got nothing to do with it.
Remembering that.
I'll be like, listen, I'm calling it off.
I've heard the same thing about reptilians. I know people that are absolutely terrified of them.
Right.
That they're horrible monsters and they treat people horribly. And then other people are like, they love them. They're so kind and they care. And it's like, okay, sounds like people.
Yeah.
Sounds like people. So.
Right. Well, with mantis, I'm not even sure that they are loving and kind and care. I've always gotten the sense of wisdom and a sense that they are working for the betterment of the whole. But they are very, in my experience, very matter of fact and business-like. And that's only me. So, I'm sure other people have other experiences. I'm probably, my contact is probably with her mantises.
I try not to have them on me, the little mantises. I don't want them crawling on me. It's kind of freaky, but they are kind of freaky looking.
It's a good thing that we're like sort of mind controlled during this.
Yeah.
I think that we are. Yeah. So we don't freak out, especially initially.
Yeah.
There has to be something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I can imagine the language that would be coming out of me.
Or me.
Without a little ET sedation going on, I might be a little more.
They're like, girl, I go right to sleep.
They're like, remember her? Okay.
Oh, that's that one.
Then shut up.
But when she is talking about them, she doesn't seem afraid.
No,
I mean, she does
I'm
say
not trying to make a joke out of that part of it. Again, I think it's individual people have had individual experiences with these different people. My problem is I can't get past that mantis thing, and I just don't get along. And I can't tell you why that is. I'm not like that with any of the other ones.
Well, we'll work on that with your regression, right, Mary?
Yeah, that's right.
And probably Queen Mantis. I don't know it. These eyes will come out.
Yeah, hooks on your
Well,
arms.
I mean, I know other people too that are just absolutely terrified of them. So, is there a reason?
Any of them would be strange to wake up to. Any of them
Yeah.
Mhm.
would,
Yeah.
know, is going
Any
to
being.
cause you to
Mhm.
step back. But I'd rather run into a gray than some big insect.
Well, if I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a cougar standing next to my bed, I'm going to be afraid.
You don't have to call me names, Dub. I'd call and say I was on my way.
True. That's true.
No, but you're right. Anything that would show up unannounced or uninvited is going to cause you to take a few steps back.
Right.
The fact that they're doing it and taking you without permission is another thing I have a problem with.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, there have also been experiences with grays, people were with grays, and all of a sudden this mantis is in the background and comes up and checks things out. Like, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, I think in several regressions we've had that where the mantis is like observing.
Kind of run the show from the background.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the wizard behind the curtain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But, I've learned a lot doing this show about the different beings and people's reactions to them and all of that. And, I guess it makes sense that even within the same species, you're going to have the good and the bad. But overall,
just
But
give
my
you those
hope
ruby
is that
slippers.
that's what we're trying to get away from as human beings. We're trying to separate the good from the bad.
Yeah.
So if they're still having good and bad with them, what hope is there for us?
well, I don't think any other species is as terrible as humans when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
That's my honest, humble opinion. Humans are terrible. And we can learn a lot from them. But overall, they're helping us.
That's
Making the face again. I have to stop making that face.
So for this very last clip, she's on the craft, and they take her back to her room, and then she talks more about what she's doing on the craft.
Okay.
Why does it feel like you're just a number?
Because he doesn't, there's no emotion coming from him at all.
Do you know what you're doing on the ship?
No.
Do you want to ask the being what you're doing on the ship?
No.
Where are you guys going next?
Go to a room. Each one of us has our own little cubicle. And that's all I know.
Okay. So you're in this room, and you're in this cubicle. What are you doing right now?
Sitting. It's like you're going in to see a doctor and you're just sitting. You're waiting.
So it feels like a waiting room type thing?
Kinda.
And what else do you see around you?
Basically, it's just a little room with like a size of a bathroom with just a little table and a chair. Nothing on the walls.
Just a place to sit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to move you forward just a little bit, where you're going to find out exactly why you're there and what you're waiting for. We're moving forward. Tell me what you see around you.
Open sky.
Open sky. What else do you see?
Just big, vast open sky.
I want you to look around you. Is there anybody there with you?
Yes,
Who's there with you?
a guard.
What
Well,
kind?
he looks like a guard. He's just standing there. Now, he doesn't look like me. He doesn't look like a man. He's just almost like a robot. He's just standing there.
Describe what he looks like for me.
I can't really see his face. It's all metal. I wouldn't call it a face.
What else do you notice about him?
Has 2 legs. Legs, metal. 2 arms, metal. Like a robot.
Okay, I want you to ask him what you're doing there.
We're given a tour.
Given a tour of what?
Everything that's out in the expanse.
Ask him where you're at.
Just open. Just open. You won't. Mm-mm.
Okay. So now we're going to move forward as he takes you on this tour. And you're going on this tour. Tell me what you see around you.
Stars. Millions and millions of stars.
Of millions of what did she say?
Stars.
Stars. I thought she said flowers. I'm like, what?
I like how she
Are they-
told me no.
Are the drawings hers?
No.
All the drawings? No.
No.
Okay. I loved it when you said, ask him where we're at or something. And she said, no.
No.
No, I know. I'm like, what did she say? No.
I'll leave
Yeah,
it.
she pretty much shut you right down, didn't she?
I don't want to know where I'm at.
And when she was describing the robot, I immediately thought of Gort from the day the Earth stood still. Remember the robot that stood guard over the ship as Klaatu went out and did his alien thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that sounds like Gort, man.
I saw R2D2. So,
Not the first time we've heard someone describe a robot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
are
have
you talking about somebody? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
When I was little, I was a robot. Little one.
So they obviously had technology. Now, was this still long ago?
Yeah, she wasn't a teenager at this point. Oh, I would say probably late 20s, early 30s.
Okay. And she's now in her 80s, so it's still been a while.
Yeah.
Haven't had any experiences for a long, long time, correct?
Correct.
Has she had dreams? Like, I have a lot of lucid dreaming. Does she do that?
If I remember correctly, she doesn't remember her dreams anymore.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think that was part of the conversation, was not remembering her dreams anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But she really didn't know why she was on the ship, right?
Nope, it was what she found out. It was, to tour the universe.
Yeah.
And at first, I almost feel like, because when she sits in the room and I ask her to describe what she sees for me, she says, I just see open sky. So there's something there that I feel her subconscious was protecting her from, that she wasn't quite ready to see yet. So it was open sky instead of what was actually happening.
Yeah.
But it made it sound like she was sitting there waiting to go on a tour.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I had to wonder.
Concealment.
What was that, Dana?
I just get frustrated with the concealment. You're not ready for this, so we're going to show you stars. Well, how am I ever going to be ready for it if you keep showing me stars?
Right. Well, it could be her own, like Mary said, her subconscious not being ready.
Okay.
She's not ready.
And that's a fact. Your mind can protect you from things it doesn't feel like
Yes.
you're ready to. And I've been there, done that. So, I mean, our minds are powerful. So it could be that. Could be her doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I mean, I was wondering too, why do they want her to? I mean, we all know it's a very vast universe.
Well, she said she was going to be teaching though too, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And she
So,
did indeed
whatever
do
it
that.
was.
Yeah.
That was
I
my
feel like
son,
there's
not an alien or strange man. Sorry. I was waving at my son, not an alien or a strange man.
Oh.
I just said. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm the conspiracy theorist of the conspiracy theorists.
Hmm.
I'm just really cautious about all of this yet.
Well, I felt like it was a connection to like the first part of the regression where she was going to be learning about planets and the people on those planets. So I feel like that's what the tour is
Okay.
you know, touring what's really out there in the expanse.
Like the ultimate exchange student.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it comes that last scene in Close Encounters where Roy gets escorted on with all the little guys.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
come with
Mhm.
us.
So, at any point during this regression, did we find out, like the students that were in her classroom, was it the same people that continued with her? Do you know?
Yep, I don't know that for sure. I don't, because after she gets on the craft, they all get separated into their own little spaces. So at that point, they weren't even in the picture.
Okay.
It's like they were assigned to somebody.
Yep.
Yeah, just, I always wonder that because, for myself. I've had a few people say, I know you from the ship.
Yeah, I've heard people say that before.
Really?
Oh yeah, you did have somebody say
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did I remember, did I hear correctly that she's kept all of this, she's written down all of her things, her
Yes.
thoughts, is she ever thought about publishing that in the book form?
That I don't know for sure. I don't even know if that's something that interests her in trying to write, but it would make for a really great book.
It would, and it would also continue her teaching,
Mhm.
in a way too.
Yeah, I would buy it.
Yeah, I'd read it too. I'd buy it.
And hopefully she
Sure.
listens to this and
Yeah,
decides to go that route.
yeah,
Mhm.
that would be really, really cool.
She
Yeah.
still has a lot of information to share.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She could
I mean-
continue to teach people even after she's gone. That's my intention with the things that I've written and done, for it to be there after I'm gone, so I can continue on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense, and I hope that she does kind of take that to heart, even if she had somebody else, she spoke it and someone transcribed it or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you call that, ghostwriter or something?
Or a good editor.
Yeah, someone that would help her with getting that information out. And it sounds like she's done a really good job of that, but let's make it permanent.
Did you hear that? I heard some lower voices in the background.
Did you? I didn't catch that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Probably
heard
the mantis going, get that chick off that show.
it.
You bad PR, man. Get her off there.
Well, we'll hear this again. So
So, do you know, does she deal a lot with the mantis? I wonder if that's her
It
name.
sounds like she did, yes.
at one time,
Yeah.
So,
well, I always believe that the insect races are probably the oldest in the universe. In my opinion, so they've been around a lot longer than us.
Well, they're definitely not as delicate as we are. They have those exoskeletons.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can
that
survive
makes them
better.
sturdier.
Yeah, they can survive through a lot of different
We're all
atmospheres.
soft and squishy.
Okay, I'm right down in cicada land down here.
Yeah.
You're describing what's happening outside right now.
She's like, oh.
The exoskeleton, the squishy.
Yeah.
The screaming, maybe.
Oh,
So Dana will be having mantis dreams tonight.
yeah.
Nah. They'll probably
That's it.
come visit me and I won't remember it.
That would be a cool new age song. Mantis Dreams.
Mantis dreams.
Dreams.
So the next time I talk to them, I'm going to say, go see Dana.
Yeah, there you go.
Dana's like, okay, thanks.
He needs to talk to you.
I know where you live.
They do. They seem to have like this old wisdom. So
I'm not doubting any of this. Again, I'm just looking at it kind of. I have
You
to be
just you would
skeptical
rather
about
deal with
what their intentions are, just because I feel weird about it.
you would rather deal with greys or humans, but not insects. I get it. Or reptilians.
It's
Yeah.
just the non. I just don't think they're. Never mind. I've been over it 100 times. I just don't trust them. That's my problem.
Would you trust?
Out of all of them, I don't know why. I have no reason. I've no reason. I just
Would you
don't.
trust a being that looked like kind of a cat feline? Probably, yeah.
Now I'm gonna have some big cat show up in my room.
Yeah.
Thanks, RJ.
There is. The Lyrans, yeah, they're cool. They're very beautiful.
You can't handle the mantis look. Let's put on
Yeah.
the cat tonight.
Yeah, the cats.
Great.
The Lyrans.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we have for tonight's show. So a huge thank you to you guys and the person that let me share the regression.
yeah,
Yes.
she's
Big
amazing.
thanks to the audience.
Thank you so much.
Have a fabulous night.
You too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
We're the voices of experiencers, and we are the experiencers of extraterrestrials. Just what's out there in the abyss, in the darkness of the unknown. It's time for disclosure and it's time for truth, because what lies in the darkness brings powerful transformation. We're the bridge between two different worlds, with 1 foot in this reality and 1 in the next. The shift is here, along with profound integration. Just who are extraterrestrials and what are their plans? It's time to find out with the voices of consciousness.